It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? Think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. How aggressive do you want to be? You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Ray McLeod deep to return. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
Ever since he was drafted in the 4th round, all this guy has done is continue to surpass all expectations. And Mike, this isn't some physical specimen like we see throughout the league who has all these unique physical attributes, but he is about as consistent and even keel as the quarterback position gets. And it doesn't hurt that he is a beloved figure in every locker room he finds himself. And they know with this guy behind center, they have a shot to win every single game he plays.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Cousins now. That's complete to McLeod. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Cousins. And he's in. Touchdown, Falcons. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Devontae Smith there to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. First down throw there is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Now
Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. After after the catch. He's hit, and the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Cousins gonna throw. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Atlanta.
Nice grab there by Mooney, and plays like this are really the main reason why the Falcons made it a point to sign him this offseason. I mean, his talent has always been undeniable. He just has to find a way to stay on the field and prove it.
That one is caught by Mooney. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now the 2nd-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Throwing his Cousins to the goal line and in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
On is Koo for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Hurts. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Man in motion is Brown. On second down, Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 14-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Cousins. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
Third and 9. To throw is Cousins. The ball comes out, and it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. 3rd down coming up. Hurts working in the pistol. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got his man. It's Mooney. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Woo. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Cousins. That'll be caught by McLeod. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
A first down throw for Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Off the play fake, here's Cousins. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. It's second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Man in motion is Smith. On first down, it's Hurts. The open receiver is Dodson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. They'll come up here on second down and 5. A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On second down, Barkley. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Now we'll get a pause here, an injured player, and it's A.J. Brown, who was hurt on that last play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a 3-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete to McLeod. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. They can't imagine that a defensive coordinator would say, hey, we're just going to have one guy defend you all by himself. And after that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Cousins. Short throw taken by Pitts.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Cousins gonna throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Falcons are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Now, Cousins. This one caught at the 4. Nice run here on 2nd down inside the 5 with more options now available for 3rd and goal. Here's Cousins. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins heading back on the field. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. On first down, Cousins. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Pitts is the man in motion. Second down, Cousins. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Throwing now, Cousins. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 13. Nick Sirianni thought about it, and he wants another look. He has thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling. The ball not moving around. He has control. So that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. A first down throw for Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Cousins now. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Now, deep ball for London. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons able to add on. It is now 27-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
A first down throw for Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
So got it. The tight end comes in motion. On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. Here comes the Eagles punt team. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and This is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They go play action with Cousins. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
Now it is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is caught side of the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete to McLeod. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles are able to cut into the deficit. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Second down and 8. Another run here for Robinson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Cousins. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. They run out of the gun with Barkley. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground, it's Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And he'll take it on in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Hurts. He's going to run it. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run with Barkley. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Hurts to throw. A pass caught by Saquon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up second down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Again, Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Dotson, the man in motion. On third down, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Well, no excuses here, Mike. This is pretty clear. He just flat out pulled it and winds up missing it wide left.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. And here's Bijan. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be second down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it's going to be third down.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's fourth down.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
They'll try it now with Barkley, and he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The visitors' offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's first and 10. Now, Cousins. Short throw taken by Pitts.
This is one of those throws where I don't think the risk is worth the reward. If you're going to throw the ball into tight coverage and take a chance, it better lead to a big gain, and in this case, a pretty modest pickup, considering that was a risky throw.
Second down, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Hurts to the air on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Hurts again. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by D. Alford.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll go again with Robinson. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
On the give, it's Robinson. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the 1st down. They run over center with Robinson. Second and 7. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Man in motion is Brown. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On play action, Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Hurts will try it again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer. looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. Inside the 40.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Philadelphia, good night.